Kaninago culture. Our focus today on Did You Know? A bit of info on the Kaninago territory as we observe Kaninago Week this week. Did You Know made possible compliments your nation station at DBS Radio.
DBS News. Fresh in the morning. Eye-opening and balanced. The DBS Morning News starts right now.
This morning's headlines. Dominica and the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia sign loan agreement of $41 million for Roseau Enhancement Project. 2 new centenarians for Dominica. Nigeria gives the green light for an airline's proposal for direct commercial flights to Barbados. And news from the international scene, U.S. police investigate the background of a gunman arrested at a Florida golf course where Donald Trump was playing. And news this morning on cricket, Nagico Northern Stars beats Granby Colts badly to win Dominica Cricket Association NCCU President's Cup. Details of the morning news right after this.
Honey, did you get the glow spread and mellow cream?
A little help with the bags would be nice.
Shortly, but I need the glow spread to finish the icing for Christine's birthday cake and mellow cream to add to the soup and gravy.
No.
No?
No. I didn't get just one, I got 2 of each.
Aw, honey, that's just why I married you.
Spread the love with Mellow Cream and Glow Spread. They're vegan-friendly, lactose, and gluten-free. Found in all leading supermarkets nationwide.
Locally distributed by Fine Foods, Inc.
Since 1910, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited has proudly served Dominica, offering a wide variety of products and services in shipping, logistics, insurance, travel, retail, and wholesale. We are committed to serve you. Contact us today at 767-255-1100 or visit us at our main office on Old Street, Roseau. From humble beginnings to proud achievements, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited.
Petro Caribe. Tank installation is part of our mission. Excellent client support is what we got. Contribution to development of Dominica. Supply of LPG at an affordable rate. Let's go. Petro Caribe straight. No time to waste. So come on everyone with me to Petro Caribe. 250 gallon propane tank. 420 pound propane tank. 100 pound LPG cylinder. Petro Caribe. 20 pound fiberglass cylinder. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe.
DBS News.
Welcome back to the DBS Major Morning News. My name is Curtis Matthew. Here we go with our lead story. Dominica and the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia have signed a loan agreement of $41 million for the Roseau Enhancement Project. The signing ceremony took place in Roseau at the weekend.
As we come together to finalize the details of the loan agreement for the Roseau Enhancement Project, I feel a sense of optimism and gratitude. The project is a major investment in the future of our capital city and by extension the future of Dominica. We have long recognized that for our nation to flourish, we must build modern, resilient and sustainable infrastructure. Several large-scale initiatives are currently underway and others about to commence across the country. And the Roseau Enhancement Project is a key component of our vision for long-term sustainable development. Our efforts in the capital will stimulate local businesses and open doors for new enterprises, creating more jobs and opportunities for everyone. Equally important is the chance to enhance the quality of life of our residents. Improvements to streets, sidewalks, and public spaces will make daily activities safer and more convenient for all. This initiative is not only about aesthetics, but about creating a space where people want to live, work, and invest in the future.
And that's Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit, Chief Executive Officer of the Saudi Fund for Development. His Excellency Sultan Al Mashad says his country is elated to collaborate with Dominica for the important project.
Today marks a significant milestone with the signing of the first development loan agreement worth $41 million. Provided by the Saudi Fund to finance the infrastructure rehabilitation project in the capital, Rossio. Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, the agreement signed today aims to rehabilitate the infrastructure of 7 main roads in the center of the capital city. The project will help improve roads connectivity, reduce traffic, enhance safety, enhance access to basic services, and contribute to the commercial and residential development. Additionally, it will create many job opportunities and will help for the tourism sector. This project will act as a driver for socio-economic growth and improve the quality of life for the people of Dominica.
And that's the Chief Executive Officer of the Saudi Fund for Development, His Excellency Sultan Al Mashad. Meanwhile, Minister for Housing and Urban Development and Roseau Central MP Melissa Skerrit says the loan agreement for the Roseau Enhancement Project is a dream come true.
This $41 million loan comes with favorable terms, a 2.5 interest rate, an 8-year grace period, and a 28-year repayment period. These conditions provide us with the financial flexibility to embark on a transformative journey for Roseau's urban development, and it is an opportunity our government has seized with both hands. The Roseau Road Infrastructure Project is not just about improving our streets. It is about creating a city that attracts investment, boosts tourism, and elevates the standard of living for all our citizens. Our key streets, our main arteries in Roseau, like Independence Street, Cork Street, Great George Street, Bath Road, Virgin Lane, and King George Street, will receive the facelift that they deserve. As we look ahead to the construction of our international airport, maintaining the standard of Roseau is vital. Our capital must be a destination that travelers are eager to explore, a showcase of our country's best, where history, opportunity, and a healthy, vibrant environment exists. The enhancements we envision will go beyond beautification. Widening the roads will create more space for commercial activities, encourage pedestrian traffic, ease parking congestion. For the first time, we will have a smooth and seamless surface.
And that's the Minister for Housing and Urban Development and Roseau Central MP, Melissa Skerrit. Other news this morning, Minister for Tourism Denise Charles Pemberton says the extension and grooving of the runway at Douglas Charles Airport will significantly boost air access into Dominica. Mrs. Pemberton led a site visit to Douglas Charles Airport last week to provide a progress report on the extension and grooving works being undertaken.
Dominica has set ambitious tourism goals. 500,000 visitors by 2030. To some, that may seem like a large number, but for Dominica, it represents the horizon of what we can achieve. Access has always been one of the greatest challenges to reaching these goals. Today, through the extension and grooving of our runway, we are addressing this challenge head on. We have already made significant progress, thanks to our attendance at the 2022 Roots Conference and everyone thereafter. We not only strengthened our relationships with existing partners, but also sparked the interest of new airlines eager to serve Dominica. This interest is a resounding vote of confidence in our government, in our people, and in our vision for this nation. Together, we are building something world-class, something that stands up to global standards. The extension of our runway to 1,936 meters is not just an improvement, it's an achievement. It represents our ability to expand beyond the current routes, giving us the capacity to welcome larger aircrafts that carry more passengers, more cargo, and more fuel. This extension means Dominica can now offer direct flights not only to Miami, but as far as from New York.
And that's the Minister for Tourism, Denise Charles Pemberton. Other news this morning, the police have confirmed that investigation continues following the shooting death of Clinton Ostry of Bataka, who lived in Maho. Ostry was shot dead around 12 o'clock on September 12th at Canefield. His alleged shooter, a St. Joseph man who lives at Canefield, was taken into custody and assisting police with the investigation, but was released Sunday morning, pending further investigation. More news from the police. A 15-year-old boy has been arrested for attempted murder, the attempted murder of Daniel Stevenson of Kingsale. Stevenson, who received stab wounds to his right thigh, left side of his face and left side of his upper back, was nursing injuries at the intensive care unit at the hospital. And police are investigating the stabbing death of Jones Branca of Maho, who resided in Roseau. The incident occurred in the early hours of Saturday morning on Hanover Street in Roseau. The deceased was pronounced dead at around 2:50 in the morning. A female adult of Pottersville was taken into custody, and she's assisting to investigate the matter with the police. Dominica's new centenarian is Josephine Pascal Mafifine of Grandfort. Her 100th birthday was celebrated in a big way in Grandfort on Sunday with a church service and gathering. President of Dominica, Her Excellency Silvani Burton said the life of Josephine Pascal should serve as inspiration to others.
As was said earlier, it's not all about the food, but it's the things that we do. If we have a good heart, maybe we will not have all the pressure that we have, the high blood pressure that we have in our communities. And you look at her, you see a smile on her face. It says to you that this is somebody who has a warm heart. She is at peace with herself and with others. Hence the reason why she's celebrating 100. And I whispered in her ears, I think you can achieve another 100. I don't know by the grace of God, but God alone decides, but definitely I see her as somebody who can continue for quite a long time and maybe break the record. Let Grandfort break the record for the oldest centenarian in all of Dominica. Today is her day. Yes, we celebrate today. And I'm happy that the whole of Grandfort is here today with her. But I also want to say congratulations to her family members, those who are close to her, those who are keeping her occupied.
And that's the President of Dominica, Her Excellency Silvani Burton. Parliamentary representative for the Grandfort constituency, Greta Roberts, said the elderly is an important resource in society.
But we can use them as a guide to us because they have lived through the trials and the tribulations of life. And they are history because they can tell us what they have been through to guide us. So when we get to those times, we can sit and say, this is just something I have to go through in life. And she's there. Youthfulness. This lady can go for another 100 years.
And that's the parliamentary representative for the Grandfort constituency, Greta Roberts, centenarian Josephine Pascal.
I thank God for being here this afternoon. And I thank Him for my blessings on behalf of my congregation. Thank you, Jesus, for bringing us here. And thank him for the many, many families, friends, and in fact everybody.
Centenarian Josephine Pascal Mafifin of Grand Form. Her family presented this tribute in her honor.
Great is thy faithfulness, great is thy faithfulness, morning by morning, new mercies I see. All I have needed, thy hand hath provided. Great is thy faithfulness, great is thy faithfulness, great is thy faithfulness, Lord, unto me.
Celebration in Grand Fort in honor of the birthday, the 100th birthday of Josephine Pascal. And you heard that special tribute made by members of her family. Well, another centenarian in Roseau, Juliana Scotland. She's also celebrating 100 years. She is from Roseau. Let's head into news from the region now. Nigeria has given the green light for an airline's proposal for direct commercial flight to Barbados. This signals a significant milestone as the first ever commercial direct air connection between the two nations. The approval from Nigerian authorities paves the way for takeoff from either Lagos or Abuja, with final clearances awaited from Barbadian officials. The groundbreaking route marks the inaugural commercial direct air link between Nigeria and Barbados, addressing a long-standing void in travel options between Africa and the Caribbean. Industry analysts and advocates for stronger Africa-Caribbean ties have long underscored the necessity of such connections to bolster economic and cultural relations between the continents and the African diaspora in the Americas. Finally, this morning, the police in the United States are investigating the background of a gunman arrested at a Florida golf course where Donald Trump was playing. The FBI called it an apparent assassination attempt. It happened just 2 months after Trump survived a shooting in Pennsylvania. U.S. media have named the suspect as 58-year-old Ryan Wesley Routh. He tried to recruit foreign fighters to join Ukraine's war effort and had also been to Kyiv. It is 15 minutes after 7 o'clock. That's news. Don't go away. The sports report comes up shortly.
Ever wondered what's in your milk? These are the following benefits of Distinction Milk. It's a great source of calcium and protein, vitamin A and D added. It's definitely not a filled milk like some of the other brands. Distinction Milk texture and taste is great for shakes, baking, pouring cream, and a side for mashed potatoes and much more. Even better, because of its rich texture, Distinction Evaporated Milk can be stretched. Isn't it great to know what's in your milk? Distinction Milk, distributed by Fine Foods Inc.
Since 1910, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited has proudly served Dominica, offering a wide variety of products and services in shipping, logistics, insurance, travel, retail, and wholesale. We are committed to serve you. Contact us today at 767-255-1100 or visit us at our main office on Old Street, Roseau. From humble beginnings to proud achievements, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited.
Petro Caribe. Tank installation is part of our mission. Excellent client support is what we got. Contribution to development of Dominica. Supply of LPG at an affordable rate. Let's go. Petro Caribe straight. No time to waste. So come on everyone with me to Petro Caribe. 250 gallon propane tank. 420 pound propane tank. 100 pound LPG cylinder. Petro Caribe. 20 pound fiberglass cylinder. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro-Caribe, Petro-Caribe.
Covering the nation and beyond, DBS Sports Report.
Rudolph Thomas Enterprise in Portsmouth, your suppliers of building materials and hardware products. Over 20 years experience in the business. Rudolph Thomas has lumber and plywood, Portland and tile cement, steel rods, galvanized and fence pipe. And Rudolph Thomas can meet all your wire needs. Galvanized roofing sheets, doors, windows, toilet sets, face basins and bidets. PVC piping, fittings and lattice. Check out Rudolph Thomas for ceramic and vinyl floor and wall tiles, nails, nuts and bolts, paint and painting supplies. And check out their line of electrical and hand tools. And Rudolph Thomas is your one-stop shop for hard-to-find items like fiberglass mat and fiberglass resin and welding rods. Go now to Rudolph Thomas on 1240 Bay Street in Portsmouth.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
One easy loan.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
To upgrade my phone and even my home with one simple loan.
More money.
To have your wedding, to go traveling, to do anything.
More money.
No security. Speedy delivery, just check NBT. Apply anytime. In branch online, it's more money time.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
No collateral.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
Speedy delivery.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
Just check NBT.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
Let's begin the DBS Morning Sports Report with cricket news. Kevin James got an important half-century and Gary Daniel got a 4-wicket haul as the Nagico Northern Stars trounced the Granby Credit Union Coals to win the 2024 Dominica Cricket Association's NCCU President's Cup Sunday at the Geneva Playing Field in Granby. The Granby team entered the match with an unbeaten record and the home field advantage, but they were outplayed as they crashed to a heavy defeat. The Nagico Northern Stars made 228 all-out batting first. Kevin James got 55 not out, Luvio Charles 41, and Vincent Lewis 35. Sherwin Williams took 3 for 31 for Granby, Jeremy Isaac 2 for 42, and Alvin St. Jolly 1 for 9. Granby, chasing 229 to win the title, were off to a slow start, and they were 32 for 5 at one point. Asa Banton and the Sakis Lapo-Kabuit tried their best to motivate the Granby team, but it was just not their day as they were bowled out for 74 in front of their home crowd. Alvin St. Jolly got 21, Gary Daniel took 4 for 28, and Kyron Phillip 2 for 8. Nagico Northern Stars won by 154 runs. Nagico Northern Stars captain is Kevin James.
Yeah, well, hats off to the guys. We played a hell of a game. Losing the toss this morning and being inserted. We wanted to bowl first initially, but one must say that we really put down our heads and bat. We batted to a plan, and it worked out to us very well.
The bowling effort really seemed to, be the trick for you guys this afternoon. Just talk me through how the guys went about doing their business.
Yeah, well, it started with the first 50. We said if we batted 50 overs, keeping these guys out in the sun for 50 overs would help us with the back end. And we must say we got a brilliant start from Kyron and Vincent bowling the first 7 overs with only around 6 runs on the board. I think that's where we kind of put them on the back foot from there. And the wicket kind of assisted our spinners with the inconsistency with the bounce, but they bowled very well, and I must commend them for that.
Kevin, in terms of championships, you won last year, you're winning again this year. Nagico seems to be in a really good, rich vein of form.
We're making a habit of it, yeah, but it just shows that the guys are committed. They're committed to the plans that the team put forth whenever we come out to play. I mean, we had a few games this season where we only had 7 guys to play because we had 14 of our players off island. And I must commend the club. I mean, the logistics in putting a team together every weekend, sometimes twice in a weekend. I must commend everybody from the players to the board itself in terms of the people who are off the field assisting the team.
Where does Nagico go from here? How do you guys, take this win and move forward?
Yeah, well, as I always tell you guys, at the end of the day, as cricketers, the only thing you can do is come to training to do better and better yourself. So at the end of the day, we have to start looking at the work off the field behind the scenes. That is one way we have to improve. Too many times we see guys coming up on a weekend to play. So yes, we have won, but there's still lots of improvement that we would like to see outside of the game, the cricket on Saturdays and Sundays.
All right, quick question for you. Who was your man of the match for this afternoon?
It was a tough one. I think Luvio batted this morning in some difficult conditions with the moisture getting at 41. And the bowling effort from Kyron this afternoon really and truly put us ahead of the game. So that these are the two players I can say for sure stand out in my opinion.
And that's the Nagico Northern Stars captain Kevin James. Granby Credit Union Coles captain Jason Alexander says his team was outplayed.
Yeah, it's a tough defeat, but at the end of the day, it's still have a few positives that we could take from this game.
What are some of the positives?
I mean, we did well in the bowling through phases, right? So that is a positive we can take.
All right, let's look at the batting, trying to chase out the 220 odd. Where did things go wrong for you guys?
I feel like we didn't apply ourselves enough. I feel like we could rotate the strike a bit more instead of being defensive. That is why I feel like we lost the game.
All right, how hurting is this defeat for you? I believe it's your first defeat for the season.
Yeah, it's a very disappointed way to finish this season. This defeat hurt me a lot, but at the end of the day, the better team that played the game of the cricket, they won, so kudos to them.
Looking back and reflecting, do you think you could have done anything differently as a team?
I mean, in the batting, I just feel that we could have approached the game a little bit better. The bowling was pretty okay for me. But lastly, I just want to say thanks to the Granby Credit Union for their sponsorship and kudos to the groundsmen for making it possible so that the game could play.
And that's the Granby Credit Union Coles captain, Jason Alexander. Car repair spun a web around the Antigua and Barbuda Falcons as he helped the St. Lucia Kings to victory last night as matches continued in the Republic Bank CPL. David Wise got 43 and Hakim August 35 as the Kings posted 152 for 8 batting first. Chris Green took 4 for 22 and Shama Springer 3 for 19 for the Falcons. The Falcons in search of 153. They were on the back foot early at 29 for 5. They eventually reached 126 for 8 in their 20 overs. Chris Green top scored with 48 and Shama Springer 24. Carrie Pierre took 3 for 24 and Ahmad 2 for 13. The Kings won by 26 runs. The win has put the Kings in second place in the point standings.
Yeah, really proud of our effort there. I think the wicket surprised us a little bit today with the amount of spin that it took. You don't normally see a lot of spin in this wicket, but I thought we didn't bat great. I thought we could have been a little bit better with the bat, but then an innings like that from David Visa got us to a score where we felt like we are certainly in the game. And then obviously the way that we started in the power play there was excellent. KP coming in and dominating, which he's done really well for us. It's just been trying to find a way for him, and he's obviously thrown a pretty big statement out there now, so don't leave me out of the team again.
2 points tonight, a vital 2 points, and you leave St. Lucia with a win. Just a word on how phenomenal it's been to be here this week.
Yeah, it's been great to go back-to-back at home the last 2 games. We came really close against TCAR, and obviously when you come home you want to make sure that you put in some performances for the fans. So great way to finish on a high. I mean, you could feel the energy in the stadium.
And that's St. Lucia Kings captain Faf du Plessis. In other results from the weekend, Quinton de Kock got the second century of this year's tournament as the Barbados Royals beat the defending champions Guyana Amazon Warriors to move into first place in the point standings on 8 points. De Kock got 115 of 68 balls as the Royals beat the Warriors by 32 runs. Barbados Royals captain Rovman Powell said it was a good way to bounce back from Friday's defeat and says De Kock's innings was a special one.
I think it's just a case of us saying that 150, 160 won't win the game. So somebody within our top 5 have to bat and bat deep and go as long as possible. And, fortunate for us tonight, Quinny played one of the better T20
Yeah, talking about Quinton de Kock, how valuable is he to your side?
Yeah, he's extremely valuable. He's a left-hander. He comes with wealth of experience in the top of the order. And he's in very good form. Long may that continue.
Yeah, finally now, when you look at the performance tonight, would you say that you're ticking all the boxes that you want to tick?
Yeah, I think credit have to be given to the team. I think in all 3 areas we look really good. And it's just for us now to continue to do that. We have 2 days before our next game. I think we rest for one and then we get back on it on the other day. So it's just for us to keep on improving in all 3 areas. Cricket looks pretty good so far.
And that's the Barbados Royals captain, Roughman Powell. Meanwhile, an online article suggesting that Dominica's Alec Athanaze has been banned from the Barbados Royals has been confirmed as fake news. The article, which surfaced on Sunday, suggested that Athanaze had a falling out with the Royals management. This is not the first fake article targeting Alec Athanaze. Earlier this year, an article surfaced online suggesting that Athanaze had terminated his West Indies contract after he was supposedly denied the West Indies captaincy. Some netball news now. Galen Serafin has been named the captain of the national netball team as Dominica gets set to participate in the 4th edition of the ECCB International Netball Series in St. Lucia starting later this week. The Dominican Netball Association announced its team for the competition on the weekend. The team includes the veteran shooter and one of the most decorated Dominican netballers, Ana Maria Panthier. The national under-16 captain, Kenya John, also found favor with the selectors and will be part of the Dominican netball team. The full team is captain Galen Serafin, Ana Maria Panthier, Jade Powell, Tamisha Roberts, Jean Serafin, Kemisha Hodge, Vernell Thomas, Selena Langley, Melissa Williams, Kish Mahav, Omin Charles, and Kenya John. Well, the team is being coached by Jennifer Nanton with Samantha Smith serving as manager. The tournament gets underway on the 20th of September. Finally, some football news. Sagico Southeast put 4 goals past Connect 767 East Central as the DFS Premier League continued last night at the Stock Farm Training Center. Randall Prince, Josle Prince, Sidney Lockhart, and the Mario Challenger got a goal each as the Southeast team took the match by 4 goals to 1. Rayon Coffee got the lone goal for Connect 767 East Central as their struggles continued in the Premier League after the hot start to the season. In other matches on Sunday at the Benjamin's Park, Tranquility Beach Middleham United came from 2 goals down to pick up all 3 points with a 1-goal win over Roosevelt Skerrit Bombers. Middleham United took the match by 3 goals to 2. The national midfielder Malachi Bonney was among the scorers for Middleham United. The other goal came from Josima Gustav, with Middleham also benefiting from an own goal. Anton Larocque got both goals for the Roosevelt Skerrit Bombers. Meanwhile, in the DFA's Division 1 League, the LA Stars are into the quarterfinal of that tournament following a 4-3 win over South City in action from the round of 16 on the weekend. Rick Blaze, Trey Douglas, Cheston Prosper, and Deron James got the goals for LA Stars as they came from 2 goals down to win the encounter. Hendrickson Teat got a brace and Lyndon John Baptiste added another for South City. Well, that too will end the DBS morning news and sports. Of course, a news update at 11 o'clock this morning. Another major newscast at 1:15 on behalf of news and sports. Of course, our department and our link person, Hazari Williams. Curtis Matthew saying good morning.
more money with NBT, it's more money.
One easy loan.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
To upgrade my phone and even my home with one simple loan.
More money.
To have your wedding, to go traveling, to do anything.
More money.
No security. Speed the delivery, just check NBT. Apply anytime. In branch online, it's more money time.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
No collateral.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
Speed the delivery.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
Just check NBT.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
Rudolph Thomas Enterprise in Portsmouth, your suppliers of building materials and hardware products. Over 20 years experience in the business. Rudolph Thomas has lumber and plywood, Portland and tile cement, steel rods, galvanized and fence pipe. And Rudolph Thomas can meet all your wire needs. Galvanized roofing sheets, doors, windows, toilet sets, face basins and bidets. PVC piping, fittings and lattice. Check out Rudolph Thomas for ceramic and vinyl floor and wall tiles, nails, nuts and bolts, paint and painting supplies. And check out their line of electrical and hand tools. And Rudolph Thomas is your one-stop shop for hard-to-find items like fiberglass mat and fiberglass resin and welding rods. Go now to Rudolph Thomas on 1240 Bay Street in Portsmouth.
DBS News. Accurate, up-to-date, professional. We bring you the news of the nation via 3 newscasts, Monday to Saturday at 7 a.m. The DBS Major Morning News, 1:15 p.m. Your lunchtime news bulletin, and at 6 in the evening, the DBS Evening News. Call us at 448-4302. Listen on www.dbcradio.net. Don't forget to like our Facebook page at www.facebook.com/DBS Radio. Stay on top of the nation's news with your nation station, DBS. It's now 22 minutes before 8. Up next, coming up shortly, we bring you your morning's weather report. Just before we do so, we'd like to remind you of your Kananago word of the day. For today, today's Kananago word is Wairiti Kanali. That's Wairiti Kanali, and that's a big, big pot in Kananago. And that's WAIRITICANALLI. WAIRITICANALLI. Waitiri, that's Wairiti Kanali, a big pot in Kananago. Join us tomorrow morning, God willing, at roughly 6:47 for another edition of your Kananago Word of the Day here on your nation station, DBS Radio. Up next, we'll bring you your morning's weather report, made possible compliments the good folks of Big Edge Financial and Flow Dominica Limited.
Why pay full price for your mobile when you can pay half? Just bundle your home internet and mobile services with Flow and save 50% on your mobile bill. That's money in your pocket every month. Plus, now you get free YouTube and WhatsApp data. And you can share your plan with up to 3 other numbers. Upgrade now and get a free smartphone. Switch and keep your number. Learn more at discoverflow.co.
What's on your back-to-school checklist? Fast, reliable internet, a free Chromebook, a smartphone. With Flow, you can check everything off your list. Sign up for broadband and get 25% off Turbo plus 6 months or free Chromebook while stocks last. And if you need a new phone, our postpaid bundles offer smartphones for just $4. Make back to school easy with Flow. Visit discoverflow.co for details.
At this time, we say good morning to Karen Basil Lawrence with this morning's weather report. Good morning.
Good morning.
The weather report from the Dominica Meteorological Service at the Douglas Charles Airport for today, Monday, September the 16th, recorded at 7 a.m. Today, the weather is expected to be partly cloudy to cloudy with some scattered showers and a chance of isolated thunderstorms. And tonight, fair to partly cloudy with a few showers. At 7 a.m., the weather at Douglas Charles was cloudy. The winds were coming from the east at 7 knots or 13 kilometers per hour. The air temperature was 29 degrees Celsius or 84 degrees Fahrenheit. Rainfall measured yesterday at Douglas Charles was 1.8 millimeters. The rainfall total for the month so far is 217.2 millimeters. Sunsets today will be at 6 minutes after 6 this evening and sunrise tomorrow at 5:52 a.m. The low tides today will be at 8:19 a.m. and again at 2 minutes after 8 this evening, and the next high tide at 2:26 p.m. The weather outlook for Dominica and the Lesser Antilles. Moisture and instability associated with a trough generated by Tropical Depression Gordon are expected to result in partly cloudy to cloudy skies, scattered showers, and a chance of isolated thunderstorms during the morning. Thereafter, a high-pressure system is expected to regain dominance across the area, resulting in a gradual drying out of the atmosphere. Sea conditions are expected to remain slight to moderate, with wave heights reaching up to 7 feet over the next 24 hours. The National Hurricane Center is issuing advisories on Tropical Depression Gordon, located in the central tropical Atlantic. This system is expected to remain over water and does not pose a direct threat to Dominica at this time. The synopsis: weak, unstable conditions are affecting the area. Today's weather is expected to be partly cloudy to cloudy, with some scattered showers and a chance of isolated thunderstorms. And tonight, fair to partly cloudy with a few showers. The wind is through to the east at 10 to 25 kilometers per hour. The seas will be slight to moderate in open water with waves of